Hey everyone, my name is Marshall Mine, bringing you a brand new video. And today I would like to talk about the main event of UFC Fight Night 87, specifically talk about this man right here, Alistair the Reem Overeem. Now, Overeem has come a long way from his K1 days, his kickboxing days, to his Pride days, joining the UFC, obliterating Brock Lesnar, who was on a roll at that time. He was very, very dominant. And then going on a sort of downward spiral, getting caught using steroids, losing all that muscle, getting completely destroyed by Bigfoot Silva, and then getting knocked out by Travis Brown. Basically, he went on a downward spiral, and for a while there, people forgot just how good Alistair Overeem is when it comes to kickboxing. But the good thing with Overeem is that he joined the Jackson camp, and it seems like they really dialed him down. It seems like they were really honest with him. Like, Overeem, look, man, you've been knocked out a lot of times in your career. Your chin is not that great. You need to try to fight a little bit more conservatively, a little bit more passive. You need to be more technical, and that is when your striking shines. And as we saw last night and in his fight against Junior Dos Santos, when Overeem decides to remain patient, when Overeem decides to think, it's called the thinking man's game, as Floyd Mayweather and his team would call it. When Overeem decides to play that game, he is as dangerous as they come. In the first round, his opponent, Andrei Arlovsky, did what he does best. He pushed forward with punches. He pressured Overeem against the cage and tried to land shots. But Overeem, becoming a lot more defensive lately, he was able to cover up. He weathered that storm, and he circled away from the cage. And then, surprisingly, he kept going back to southpaw. You would expect, I mean, he's a conventional fighter who can fight in the southpaw stance, but lately he's been fighting in the southpaw stance a lot lately, and you see that with the Jackson camp, especially fighters being trained by Winklejohn. I mean, these guys tend to go southpaw, and it really messes with their opponents. So Overeem goes southpaw, and he just remains patient. He remained extremely patient and technical. I mean, he was not aggressive. He was not throwing anything reckless. He paid very close attention to how accurate he was, and I really love strikers like that. I love strikers who throw every single strike with a purpose. And as I'm playing right now with Alistair Overeem, trying to sprawl and brawl against Daniel Cormier, I am doing the same thing. Every single strike that I throw, I am trying to throw it with purpose. I am not just winging shots. Whatever lands, whatever misses. I don't care. No, I am taking my time. If I throw a shot, I want that shot to land. I want that strike to be with a clear purpose in mind. So Overeem remained calm. In round number one, he basically outstruck Andrei Arlovsky. It was not, a mind-blowing, awe-inspiring performance in the first round. It was sort of like the John Jones style. When you're not pushing him, he would just stand back, hang back, and pick you apart. He landed some nasty body kicks. He landed some beautiful leg kicks. And then when they ended up in the clinch, of course, Overeem is a beast in the clinch with those nasty freaking knees. He was able to blast Andre with a few knees. He actually caught him with a knee to the head, which backed him up. And then I believe it was round number two that Overeem, he found the opening, the clear opening, landed the crane kick, the karate crane kick, rocked Andrei Arlovsky, immediately followed with a left hook in the southpaw stance, dropped him, finished him, and got him out of there. Sweet, straight to the point, beautiful. This is the same way he got Junior Dos Santos, his left hook. And he's able to catch these guys with that shot because of how patient he is. He is very patient, so he sees everything. Nothing is a surprise. Whatever, he's always in the correct posture to get back to his defense. If he misses a shot, He's always in the right stance. He's always in the correct posture, and that really allowed him to find the right spot to put that shot in. It was an extremely impressive performance, and the one thing that I'm noticing is the more weight, the more muscle mass Overeem loses, the better he gets. It seems that way. I mean, he was a monster. He was a complete and utter beast when he was using steroids and he was full of muscle. I mean, he was just running in there and just obliterating people. But right now, over him, he's is having to depend more on technical striking. He doesn't have the chin he used to. He doesn't have the conditioning that he used to. So now he's having to depend on real kickboxing, real kickboxing, which is the ability to hit your opponent without getting hit, the ability to remain accurate, the ability to be efficient, make every single strike count, every shot you throw, make sure it is with a purpose, make sure you land it. And he's having to depend on that a lot lately, and we see the effect of that. He is way more effective. I mean, he stays patient until he has to open up, and then he just ends the fight like that. So very impressive. Very glad with that performance by Overeem, and he is slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite fighters, especially in the heavyweight division. It is still Junior Dos Santos, but Overeem is really becoming one of those fighters that I really love to watch because of his patience and how he strikes. So anyways, in my fight right here, I am going up against Daniel Cormier. I am trying to sprawl and brawl. My opponent is going for takedowns. He is going for clinch attempts, and I'm just trying to keep the fight on the feet and use my kickboxing to finish this guy out. Now, as I get him with the step in straight, followed by the lead overhand left. At one point in this fight, I actually went southpaw. Like Overeem did in that fight. I was trying to imitate Overeem the best I can, but my opponent, he, when you have Daniel Cormier, you kind of want to turn this into a grappling match, especially when you're facing Overeem, because Overeem is longer. He has better kickboxing. Those body kicks are nasty, and he's also nasty in the clinch. So you want to try to get the fight to the ground as fast as you can, as efficiently as you can. And my opponent is trying, but the problem is, he is not making his way into that distance the correct way. As it gets me in the clinch, and defend against that clinch, get him in the Muay Thai plum. He returns back to single collar. We exchange elbows. I'm not a fan of the clinch, and I'm gonna make a video explaining exactly why I'm not. For example, right here, we're just standing stationary, like we're stuck in the canvas, like we're made of glue, stuck in the canvas. That is one of the issues, the big issues I have with the clinch in EA Sports UFC 2. That is not the way the clinch is supposed to work, because I catch him with that nasty front kicks to the head right there. But yeah, I'm gonna make a video explaining exactly why I'm not a fan of the clinch in EA Sports UFC 2. Basically, I don't think it's realistic. I don't think it plays out the way the clinch actually plays out in real life. The clinch is a frantic place. It's frantic. The second fighters get in the clinch, a lot is going on, a lot of transitions, a lot of strikes are being landed. There's a lot of movement. It's not this stationary, stuck in the mud. I hit you with an elbow, you hit me with an elbow, I try to transition, your elbow cancels out my transition. That's not the way it works. It's usually very frantic, very fast-paced, and something usually happens instantly, and fighters are usually there's a lot of locomotion going on in the clinch. One fighter is usually getting pushed back, or one fighter is getting pressured in the clinch. It's not a stationary position. Anyways, more on that later. I'm going to explain all that to you guys later, as I am landing the jab straight, and right now I am looking for the front kick to the body. I am looking for the front kick to the head. After a while, right there, I catch him with the crane kick. That was so fun to land, and it's very interesting that they actually gave Overeem the crane kick, as I rock him right there with a flying knee, back him up. He's surviving really well, and boom, I switch to the southpaw position, as my opponent is in southpaw as well. I'm not sure if right there, he switches back to orthodox. Body kick, nasty body kick, crane kick. I am just lighting this dude up from a distance, hit him with an elbow. He's throwing those nasty jab straights, not really watching his stamina. I mean, the stamina difference is just insane. Catch him with the crane kick again. He is hurt. We back him up. Now, I could have gone for the clinch, but I didn't want to do that. There's no point. I was really enjoying how I was picking this guy apart from a distance. He catches me with the overhand. Right now, I think in a fight, Daniel Cormier would actually beat Overeem because DC would be able to get the fight to the ground. Overeem's conditioning right now is not really that good. You can tell even when he fights. He tries to fight at a very slow pace, which is good. It's very good for the striking. But when you face an aggressive grappler like Daniel Cormier or Cain Velasquez, I mean, you need conditioning. You need a lot of stamina to be able to do damage. So, anyways, in this fight, I'm the one that has way more conditioning. I'm defending those takedowns. I'm defending the clinch attempts. It gets me in the clinch right there. And see what I mean? Like, we're just standing right there. It's so stationary. Like, look at the transition. So slow. Everything is so slow and sluggish, and you don't see this. You don't see this in MMA. This is not the way the clinch looks in real life fighting. Fighters don't just stand right there in the middle of the cage as I take him down right there, but they don't just stand right there in the middle of the cage. No movement at all. Just struggling to get an arm in. I mean, there's usually a lot of movement, a lot of locomotion. It's frantic, a lot going on. And that was not represented in EA Sports UFC 2. So that is one of the reasons why every time the fight ends up in a clinch, it just looks terrible. You know, I'm just not a fan of it at all. Round number 2 is over. I believe this was round number 2. I'm winning the fight. Definitely winning that fight. Barely getting hit. My face is completely clear. Landing my body shots. Daniel Cormier has no stamina left. He's extremely exhausted. And right now, we're going to pick him apart. All right. Third round. Actually, the fourth round. Round number 4. That's beautiful. Round number 4 begins. He's trying to push us back as well. I switch my stance to the southpaw stance. And right now, what I am looking for is the straight. I am looking for that straight left. As I catch him with the straight uppercut. Straight uppercut again. Goes for a takedown. Nope. I'm also looking for the crane kick as I catch him right there with the crane. The kick that Lyoto Machida made popular in the UFC when he knocked out Randy Couture with it. Actually, I'm not sure if that is the crane kick. That's like the jumping front kick. The crane usually happens with the lead leg. So I'm wrong. I'm wrong about that. That's just a jumping front kick. The crane happens with the lead leg as I catch him with the front kick again right there, backing him up. Front kick again. Daniel Cormier is hurt. Moving in for the kill. Can I get him out of here? He's going for that takedown. He's shooting for the takedowns in a very sloppy way from a far distance. He goes for it again. Defended. He did not get me down one time in this fight. We were really sprawling and brawling as I catch him with the left hook. One more front kick again. Left hook. Oh my God. DC is hurt. He is extremely hurt. Catch him with the hook. Catch him with a straight uppercut. Front kick again. Missed. Straight. Straight uppercut. Straight. Backing him up. Oh my goodness. He is not defending well. He is just winging those shots. Missing. Catches me with the very short overhand right there as I catch him with the hook. Right now I am boxing. Hit him with the front kick again. Front kick one more time. The blood is just pouring. And DC is relentless. He keeps moving forward. Front kick again. He keeps moving forward. So relentless. He's trying to get me out of there. I'm going to get him very soon. I'm going to get him out of there real soon right there. Clinch. We get him. Hook. Wait for it. We're going to get him out of there. Hook. Straight. Bam. Fight over. Daniel Cormier gets knocked out cold. He went for the right hook. A leaping right hook. All I did was step back and stab him with the left straight. Watch that. Bam. and he just literally dies. Just literally dies. His leg, his foot is bent in a very crooked way. Oh my god, DC. I hope your knee is okay. Look at that. Step back. Bam! Like the Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo left straight right there. And that is all she wrote. Hope you guys enjoyed that fight. Let me know what you think about Alistair Overeem in the comments section below. Were you impressed with his performance? Do you think he is getting better? The more muscle mass he loses, the more patient he becomes. Do you think Alistair Overeem is getting better? And do you think Alistair Overeem has a chance at that belt right there? Whoever wins, whether it's Cain Velasquez, whether it's Fabricio Verdum, whether it's Travis Brown, doesn't matter. Whether it's Stipe Miocic, whoever becomes champion, do you think Alistair Overeem has a chance at becoming champion in the heavyweight division and actually holding that belt for a long time if he keeps fighting and if he keeps fighting the same exact way that he's been fighting like right now? Let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next EA Sports UFC 2 Sprawl and Brawl. Be safe, guys, and have a great day.